All right, let's look at the solution to this think pair share with this large improper fraction. So I've gone ahead and written this out. Maybe keep this video shorter. You can always pause to check all this whenever you need. So the first thing we need to do is look at the coefficients and figure out which one has the greatest place value. So I've kind of written the coefficients down here on the side, and I've also written the place value. So the place value of the last digit, which is a 9, that was the thousandths. The place value of the 8 is the hundredths. And the place value of this last digit is also the hundredths. So the greatest place value we have across all three is the thousandths. So that means we're going to multiply everything by 1,000. And so that's what I've done down here. Here's the 1,000, the 1,000, the 1,000 that we're multiplying by each part of this decimal equation. And so what I did is I just moved the decimal place over to the right, 3 decimal places, because we've got 3 zeros here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's a gap, so there'll be a 0 there. And then 1, 2, 3, there's a gap, so there'll be a 0 there. So what I did in the next step was just to kind of write down the results of multiplying everything by 1,000. And I've got this step right here. So next, in order to continue working with this, I need to use the distributive property. And that's where I got this 280x minus 1,400. And then add 1,400 to both sides. And I'm doing 2 steps in one here. I'm noticing that 319x and 280x's are like terms. So those can be added together to give you 599x. And over here on the right-hand side, 99,980 plus 1,400 gives you 101,380. Then dividing both sides by 599, we get this fraction here that you see. But we want to check and see if this can be simplified. So I did 2 factor trees, one with the numerator, which is 101,380, and the other with the denominator. And I was able to make a factor tree with the numerator, which was all of this, but I couldn't make a factor tree out of 599 because 599 is a prime number. So that can't be broken down to a product of primes. 599 itself is a prime number, albeit a large one, but it's prime. So because this numerator doesn't have 599 as a factor, there's no common factors between these two numbers. So with no common factors, it cannot be simplified, and that's our final answer. Okay, so there you go. This is a worked out example on how to solve equations with decimal coefficients.